That didn't sound good. Yikes. Hello everyone, Tim again, timscomputerfix.net. In this video we have a noisy fan on this Alienware 17R5 laptop. Pretty high-end laptop here. Pretty noisy fan. We're going to go ahead and see what we can do about replacing that fan. And pretty much what we're going to do here is just remove 3 screws on this side of the back cover, which I've already done. We're going to remove 3 screws on the other side of the back cover, which I've already done. We're loosening 1 captive screw in the middle. And then we work our way around with our little pry tool here, and we loosen up the back panel, unsnap it basically. And we'll kind of do that all the way around until it kind of pops off like that. That's going to expose pretty much the drive, the fans, hard drive there in this case, M.2 over here. It looks like probably this whole shell case is going to have to come off. We're going to have to gain access to these fans. So once we have the back cover off, the very first thing we want to go after is disconnecting the system battery so we don't short anything out. Pull that out. There we go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and target this hard drive here. So that's connected to the board with this little cable here. Go ahead and just pull that up. Yep, it's in there pretty good. Just deroute this. All right, pull that out like that. Then we have these 4 screws here, which we need to take out. That holds that hard drive into place. That's out. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and take care of this wireless card here. Okay, now we'll just attack this solid state drive here. Pulls right out. Okay, next we're going to attack what's called the rear I/O cover. That's here. And there are 2 screws in the back. Take that off. The other screw is here. And it looks like there's some little clips here that's kind of holding this guy in a little bit. Looks like we can just let's lift with my finger. See if we can do that. It's really stuck on there right there. Okay, so you just kind of gotta force it a little bit, but it'll come off, and there you go. All right, I'm going to turn this computer around. So what we're looking for now are these cables that are connected. This whole top plastic shroud, top case, I guess they're calling it, needs to come off. And we have these cables that are in the way. So just take note of how that's routed. And then we have to disconnect these cables here. So I'm noticing here, before I do anything, somebody's been in this computer. There's a cable here. It's not even plugged in. Look at that. How about that? Not even plugged in. Huh. Well, somebody's, looks like they've been in here trying to repair this guy. So I'm going to pull that out like that. This is the other, what they're calling Tron light. All right, and we will deroute that. Here's a little something interesting. So I originally unplugged this, but I just now realized that that's only DC in. Down here is where the battery connector is. So be sure when you first start on this to disconnect this guy, not this guy. I think we're okay here though. But that's the kind of stuff to watch out for. So I haven't really touched anything as far as circuit board is concerned, so I think I'm okay with that. Just a simple mistake and something to watch out for when you're working on this particular model. So now we're going to remove all the screws that hold down this top cover here, or this computer base. This is like the computer base, I guess. There's screws here, here, this one. Yep, looks like maybe that one. Anything that's holding down this this case here. There's several screws. See here? There are a total of 14 screws. Okay, I'll get started on that. All right, we are now going to go ahead and just finish derouting these cables here. So we got those screws out of there, but there's these two little screws are what's called the Tron light holders. I'm going to go ahead and pull those off and lift that up. Okay, it's called the Tron light there. Oh wow, that goes all the way up into this. Wow. Same thing with this side. You want to pay attention to how this is sitting in there, because this feeds light down into these side rails here. So just pay attention to how that sits down in there. Remember that when you go to put this back together. Yeah, it's not good. But from this point, we just want to kind of pry off this holder here. Does it all go to that? The side cover down here comes off. That's what it's looking like. Let's try this. Ah, see that there? That's going to come right off like that. Okay, there you go. Work our way around here a little bit. Let's go with the other side here. Got to kind of run your spudger along the bottom of that to kind of get that case loosened up. Get a little tighter towards the front end here. Okay, I see another screw that I missed. That's why we don't force anything right here. It's a little better. Yep, there you go. Run your little spudger across like that. Then you have to just watch yourself when it comes to these cables here. As you can see, looks like it's kind of stuck in there. I'm not sure what's going on there. That side's loose. That side's good and loose, actually. Yeah. Oops, I probably didn't need to deroute that either, did I? That's okay. You don't really need to deroute that. Ah. Well, that's my bad. Actually, you don't have to deroute this guy here. But that's okay. No harm done. No harm done. So that there is now removed. And boy, that exposes a fair bit of the entire board there, doesn't it? Yes. Okay, battery, connectors. There's your fans. Look at this fan. Which one? Look at that. Wow. Yep, that's not good. So you get to this point and you think, oh boy, we're almost there. Just the top cover. We actually have to remove, this entire heatsink, or we could just remove the board and flip the board over and just remove the fans and leave all this attached, which is probably what I'll do. I mean, this is still a fairly new laptop, so I'm sure the compound and everything under here is still in good shape. So we're probably going to go, taking off the motherboard route, which is where we're going to go and take this whole assembly out with it. Okay, we're going to flip this over. We have our display cable here. There's a little lever we're going to flip up that helps hold it into place. There's that little lever. I'm going to unplug it basically. Yep, something like that. Okay, see there? That's off. Yeah. So we got to lift up on this little lever here. Sort of like a zip connector. Got to lift up on it and then pull your ribbon cable out. Okay, and then this one, and then this cable here we just pry up on both sides. Oh, that was tough. There we go. Okay, those are all out. Good to go. We're going to turn this computer back over, everybody. Then we're going to basically go around and just disconnect these cables. Okay? that are on the board. Pretty straightforward. Most of these are just lifted up on the latch to unlock it, then you pull it. In my case, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 cables along this bottom side near the battery that needs to be disconnected. Okay, then your DC jack needs to be disconnected there. I've already done that. Okay, and then we have to disconnect this guy here. There you go. See how it's got a little lever? And we'll just pull that out like that. It wants me to disconnect the CMOS battery, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take the CMOS battery out with it so I don't clear the CMOS. Okay, up here we have a screw that we need to take out here. Just that one. Our last step is to remove all the screws that are holding this motherboard down into place. You have a couple of them here. There's supposed to be one here. No, that one, actually, because that's holding the fan down. Yep, that one there, that one there. Then there's another one here, and another one here where this fan is, and another one here where this fan is. So we remove those, we should be able to lift this motherboard out of this and off of this palm rest. So I'm going to remove those now. Right, I think that's it. I think that's got us. I think we have to come up, lift on this side. And there's that. Lift on this side. Maybe sliding out. No. There we go. Gently lift her out. It's going to come through right there. There you go. And there you have it. System board. We got to flip it over, and this is how we're going to access our fans. So as you can see, my new fans match up perfectly. That's always a good sign. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to remove all of this screen and palm rest and get it just to where I can just have this alone on my bench. Okay, we'll flip it over like this. And the first thing we're going to do is take off these little fan covers here. Well, if you notice here, there's some tape. So I'm going to remove that tape. Some on this other side also. And then there's also some tape here on this other vent. I'm going to flip this back over. And we're going to remove these teeny tiny little screws. And And that's going to let the fan drop out the other side. So I'm going to need to pick a little bit of a smaller head screw bit here. Got ones right here. There's another piece of tape there, but I'm going to have to take that off. There's another one. I only see two on that side. Yep, and the fan just drops right out. So if I flip that over, you'll see. And then we'll just disconnect the fan cable. And there's our fan. We'll do the same thing to the other fan. Ooh, look at all the junk in there. Wow. That certainly needed to be done, didn't it? This side has two screws. Okay. And that fan pops out. Yay, see? And we'll go ahead and disconnect that. And this was the bad fan. That's pretty bad. Wobbling around like that. All right, now as far as this tape goes, you know, it's not really that sticky anymore. So we're going to use high temp tape to replace that. It'll work just fine. We're going to go ahead and take this outside and blow the dust out of this. Probably going to go ahead and remove this tape. Remove the tape here. Remove that. Remove this. Those aren't going to do us any good. So let me get this blowed out outside and we will get the fans installed. All right. It's going to go just right down in there. Just right. Be sure that our holes line up here. Another one. All right, and this guy was just turned like this. Plug our fan back in. There we go. Take a little bit of sticky here, sticky tape that comes with it. Oh, jeez. There we go. And just stick that down. Just like it was before. That fan is ready to go. And check to make sure that it spins freely, and it does. All right, we're looking good. Let's come over to this fan here. Drop it right down in here. Yeah. Flip it over. Make sure that our holes there line up, and they do. Yikes. Okay. Put that back over. All right. There's our fan plugged in. Get a little tape pushed down like it was before. There you go. Make sure that fan spins freely, and it does. Okay, fans are installed now. We got to go in reverse order with everything, right? But first, where's that at? We need to tape up our ends here like we discussed. Alright, this is a high temp tape. Let me tell you something. I'll have a link in the description below this video on where you can purchase this. Several different sizes in there, as you can see. That should be a pretty good size there. I think we'll go with that. Let me just get that tape on there. And it will be good as new. Make sure we get it down in here. Yep, just like that. That's how we want to see that. Same thing over here. All right. Good as new on that side. Then we just do the same thing on this side. Get it down to the edges, down to the edges. Seals that gap. That's what that does. High temp tape. Good stuff. Okay. Let the fun begin, right? Fun part about this is just making sure this is fed right. You want to make sure that these are not trapped underneath the board. Okay, so I know that this guy was under here, so let's get him fed through there. And that one's going to be fun, huh? Got a fishing through there. There he is. That guy goes there. A little bit frustrating. It's sitting in there okay. I think. Pull this out. Pull this out. Pull that, this, that. I think that's got us. Pretty sure that's got us. So what's holding us up here? Okay, I see. Yeah, that looks good. That's down. That's down. And actually, it looks pretty darn good to me. You see all my cables. Very nice. Oh yeah. Right, we're going to go ahead and get our screws put back into our motherboard here. I think I want to take our CMOS battery and get him back where he was too. That was just taped down, basically. It's fine. We're going to take our USB-C bracket, which is that, put that back on our USB-C port, and we're going to put the one screw that goes in there, put that right there. And now we're just all going to pretty much put our ribbon cables and everything back in how they were. Pretty much. Slide this guy back. Alright, that's into place. Make sure that latches down nicely. Put your tape back. Yep. Then we have all these guys over here. We want to be sure the latch is up. Then we want to be sure this ribbon cable is pushed down in there as far as possible. And then we want to lock it into place by pressing down on the latch. And that's it on that one. That one looks good. Touchpad. Get it into place here. Come on, guy. She wants to be. There we go. I think that's it. Yeah. Sort of, I guess. Make sure of that. There's another one. Yeah, make sure that's all flipped up. Come on now. There we go. Push this guy down in there as far as it'll go, and we'll latch it down. That's it. That's locked in. This one was in the top one. Push that all the way in there. Lock that down. That should be fine. Okay, now we're back over here. There we go. There we go. And then this guy here. All right. That looks pretty good to me. And then this is the power jack. Okay, that's in there. Don't plug that in yet. That's your battery. That all looks pretty good, actually. Inspection time. All right, once again, we're going to flip this over. We're going to put these ribbon cables here back into place. That felt pretty good. I think that's right. That's in there. And then our display cable here. Very tight. Looks good. Yeah. Yeah, that's it right there. I mean, that's it. So we got that. You know what? At this point, I just want to test to be sure we get video, keyboards working, touchpads working, and these fans are working. So I think at this point, before I button all this up, or even plug the battery in for that matter, I want to test this unit. So I'm going to lay it on its side, open it up, lay it on its side like this, right? And I can plug in my power adapter here. And we can power this on and see if we get those fans spinning up, which is something I definitely need to see. So I'll turn this a bit more. I'm going to take my power adapter, plug it in, come over here, hit my power button. Okay, we got lights, both fans spinning. Well, what do you know? Looks good. And we got a screen just saying it's checking for media. It won't find any media, but we got backlight on the keyboard, lights. Let's see. Pretty sure this should be all right too. I can't really tell. And yep, you can see the cursor moving there. So I think we're good. We'll just pull the plug on this guy. We've confirmed that the fans work and they're quiet. Ha ha. We're just going to continue on with putting this together. So now the fun part. Putting this back on, right? Isn't that going to be fun? Ha. We'll get it right here. This just basically sets on and snaps on. They had this battery on this side. I don't know if that's correct. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to set this back on here and kind of snap it around. Yep. It looks right. Okay, it looks good. Now the fun part of putting all these screws back in. Okay, now that we have all those done, fun, right? Now we're going to reroute all of these, and these are, what are they called these again? The Tron lights, okay, whatever. These little Tron lights, I tell you. Finicky little guys, huh? So that goes in there. That's going to go like this. This is going to slide down. It doesn't want to stay, you little booger. This is going to slide down in here, I think. Can't quite see. Yeah, like that. But first, I need to plug this stupid plastic piece into the end there. Then we're just going to slide this down into there, and then we're going to tighten that screw down. At least that's what I think we're going to do. Yes. All right, there, that's installed properly on that end. And then of course we got to plug that in on this side. Little RGB header there on this little laptop motherboard. Let's see if I can get that in there right. Okay, that is in. You're going to have these RGBs working properly when we're done. It's going to be fixed better than what it was when you brought it in. Somebody didn't connect the other one, the other side. We're going to look at that in a minute. Get this in there like it's supposed to be. Okay, we're going to get this kind of taped back down like it was, like back where it was. Look at that. That is back where it was. Now let's come to this one. Here's that guy. It's going to go like that. And this is going to go like this. This is just going to wrap around right there, come down into here. Hey, look, it still sticks. How about that, huh? And I'm going to actually plug this in. This was not plugged in. I think it goes like this. This was not plugged in. That's okay. Get these back now, baby. Now his Tron light's going to work. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're in a good place now. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Guess where we are now. Let's turn this around. We are back to this guy. Good place to be. That's for sure. Click, click. Boy, I tell you what, that went on a lot easier than it came off. That's for sure. Once again, we got 2 screws that go in on the back side of this. Nice. We're going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and do our wireless card. Why not? I struggle with that sometimes with those stupid little wires. This, now you got this, get these 2 cables on here. You know, well, let's see. There's one. No, it was not. Okay. Well, let's get these on there, huh? Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that. We in good shape with that. Yeah? Yeah. We have an SSD. That's going to go over here. Very nice. Now we're down to the hard drive. We're getting close to being able to boot this guy for a final test. Very good, very good, very good. I can give my money. Okay, that's that. To lock in the hard drive. And our last step is to plug in our battery. Yeah, man, that's going to be about it. So we're going to go ahead and get our back cover put on here. And we'll just get these remaining screws put in. Flip this guy over and let's give it a little bit of a test. Open. Drop something underneath here. Yep. All right. Fire it up. We got the We got the backlit keyboard. Okay, there we go. And that's it. I can feel a nice cold air blowing out the sides of these. Oh yeah, we know the fans were spinning because we saw them. Things are good. Look at that. We got our touchpad working. We got our backlight, power button. Everything looks good on this. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope this helps somebody out. Have a great YouTube day. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, why don't you head right down below here, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. That would be really awesome. I have much more computer repair videos coming your way. There's also a bell you can click for to get notifications for my videos. I really appreciate everybody's support. And as usual, everyone, until next time, see you soon.